Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on HBAR. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, HBAR has been overall bearish for a while, especially after breaking below this major low. We had this impulse and price started to make lower highs and lower lows, right? However, we are currently approaching a very strong support. It was acting as a resistance previously, then price broke it upward, so it's now acting as a support area. Moreover, it's a demand as we had an aggressive movement upward from it. So that being said, we are looking for buy stops on lower time frames, and it would be just a correction. If we zoom into daily time frame, we can see that we previously had this impulse, a flat correction, and we are currently in this impulse phase, waiting for the bulls to take over to start the next correction phase. Of course, from a long-term perspective, as I showed you in projection from weekly, we still need to see this and then a break above this high to finally say that we are now overall bullish. We were bullish previously here, and of course here previously, then the bears took over. We are now bearish, waiting for the bulls to take over again, so to call it a bullish market again. But long story short, since we are now around the demand zone and around the lower bound trend line acting as a non-horizontal support, or what I consider an oversold area, will be looking for buy stops to catch this next correction movement just like here. So we zoom into lower time frame and you can see that we have been inside this impulse after this correction has ended. Price broke below the previous low, we traded lower and we started to make lower lows and lower highs. However, we can clearly see that around this area, price got stuck inside the consolidation, which means that the bears aren't strong enough as they were before to push lower and make a lower low. Of course, unless this happens, like we can still trade lower from here, but as long as we don't go lower than this last low, we are still fine. We can still get some of this consolidation for a while before we break upward. For now, this is our last major high. That's why I don't know if you can see my alerts. Let me extend it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is my alert here that I'll be waiting for HBAR to break above to finally consider that the correction movement is about to start. Meanwhile, until this happens for the bulls to take over, we can still trade lower and lower. We are currently in a bearish market, prices making lower lows and lower highs. Also from a short-term perspective, we can still test this lower area. In this case, I have an alert here inside the zone. In this case, I'll also be looking for buy setups around this area, of course, from lower time frames. So this is my trading plan. Let me remove the alerts, the extended lines. So long story short, I'll be waiting for this, and I consider it as usual for those who know me as a trigger for the bulls to take over. Meanwhile, we would be bearish and we can set rate lower. In this case, we'll be looking for buy setups around this area. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one.